What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. Guys, today is a very special day. It is Eclipse Day. Here in Texas, we've got totality. It's going to be nice and dark. I'm not going to include it in this video here. We're just going to run over some of the really neat stuff that came in this morning over the weekend. Now, we've got some really cool reels, some really cool stuff from Seaguar, as well as highly anticipated stuff right here, so don't look at it too much. But guys, if you went fishing during the eclipse, let me know how it went. I'm very curious to know whether, you know, the shad spawned during the middle of the day as the sun was rising, because typically water temp has a lot to do with that, and of course the sun hitting the bank like that, warming it up just a little bit. But guys, we got a lot of stuff to cover in this video. We got some reloads, we got some brand new reels in the shop, and a bunch of brand new stuff as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. You know, kicking it off, I want to start with some of the Seaguar. As you saw during the Classic, the Bassmasters Classic, guys, Seaguar released a couple different lines of line, the braid, the fluoro, and then of course one of my favorites here. This is the Seaguar Grand Max. It's a fluorocarbon leader. It's supposedly a little bit better than the Gold Label, which is Seaguar's premier leader line here in the States. Now, Grand Max is something that I've been using for quite a while now. Not a lot of people know about it. Typically, your Japanese anglers, especially Takumi Ito Taku, he's been using this for quite a long time. And I actually talked with him, sat down over at his boat during the Bassmaster Classic back in South Carolina at Lake Hartwell, and he was, you know, rigging up his rods and stuff, and I was like, yo, what's that over there? So the Grand Max, we've had lots of questions about it. It is finally in. It is extremely good leader. Now, on the scale here, on the packaging, guys, it is going to be 60 meters of line. And the way they have their rating set up is by number. So it starts at like 0, which is like 1 pound test, and then goes up very specifically based on line diameter. So you're getting 60 meters in here. We got the 1.75, which is basically 8 pound equivalent, size 2, which is 10 pound equivalent, and 2.25 or 2.5, which is like 12 pound equivalent. So your most common ones used by most people. We might branch into some of the smaller ones, especially for you BFS folks. And the Grand Max, I've been using it for, like I was saying, like 3-4 years now. Back when the Classic was in South Carolina, I absolutely love this stuff. It is very similar to like fly fishing tippet. However, this fluorocarbon is much harder. There's not as much shock as monofilament for fly line. So what's nice about this here, it is extremely abrasion resistant. It's super soft, supple. I will not spool up, but I'll use this later. I'll put on around 12 to 17 feet, depending on the areas and conditions that I'm fishing. But typically, number 2 or size 2 right here is going to be my favorite one. This is, like I said, again, like 10 pound equivalent, 60 meters. So this will last you quite a while. I think I've used the same line for almost a year, like my same spool, and I haven't gone through it yet. Another neat thing about this is it's very easy to manage. So inside each package, you open it up and it comes with the line in this little spool here, as well as like a little red rubber band elastic piece. And all you have to do is when you start spooling, or before I start spooling, I'll put this band on the line like so, and it really just holds the line in place. So I don't have to worry about taking the line off, crimping it back down in the little crimper thing here to hold it. And the rubber band really just keeps everything nice and neat. And you can do this with your normal spools of line as well. I just think this is a neat thing that they do. Another really neat thing, guys, hold on, check this out. Just like fly fishing leader, these actually connect. So the way I have it, I've got down to like 6 pound test, which is like 1.25 or something. And I've got all the way up to 2.5. So I will take this, right? You take your 2 spools, slap them together, and they hold on to each other. So if you've got like a little hanger in your boat, or you're walking down the bank, you can stick these together, easily put it on like a carabiner clip or something like that. They stay together like that, and you're all set. So Grand Max, definitely want to check that out. A big not release, but a big thing from Owner. Range roller jig heads are now in stock. by the time this video goes live. If you aren't keeping up with the social media, Instagram and Facebook, you're missing out because these were a timed drop, guys. We released these on Tuesday at 10 in the morning Central Time, and we've got 3 different sizes. We've got 1/16, 1/8, and 3/16. What's really neat about these is it's specialized for the mid-strolling technique. It's got a tall 90-degree bend to it, as well as a very forward and bottom heavy weight. Now, what makes this unique from just your standard ball head is this really allows the bait to roll side to side. It's got a little more weight on the top, and it's got some weight on the bottom. So 3/16, 1/8, and 1/16 are in stock, hopefully, if you didn't get on the drop, guys. You know, I would like to plan farther ahead when it comes to these drops and stuff like this, especially on like range rollers or Sakamata shads, which, you know, should be coming in pretty soon. So definitely keep up with the Facebook or the Instagram to be notified whenever all that comes in. So here we go. We got the range rollers, got the Grand Max, perfect for your noodling rods. But now we're moving into the bait casters here. We got 4 different bait casters to run over. I guess let's start with the Antares MDDC, guys. This guy right here, we've sold through a bunch of these. The Antares MDDC is great for swim baits. It's got the 4x8 Monster Drive DC system. So the 4x8 system was made for a bigger, heavier lures, you know, big swim baits, anything bigger like that. It's got the Monster Drive, so it is really torquing down on those fish. We've got this one, only one in right now, so if you want to get it, you better snag it, as well as some Leviathan rods. But this guy right here, hot seller, only have one, still waiting on some more, but that is in the XG right hand, and again, Antares MDDC. So super cool. I will show you this, actually. I've done some videos on it, but again, I absolutely love the braking system on this. They lock the spool in. You can change your line size. You can change the actual MD tuning portion of this, which increases and decreases the braking. Super cool reel. So I highly recommend this to anyone that is looking to upgrade your swim bait game to the fullest extent. Next up, not a new reel, but one we finally decided to get in. We've had lots of requests for the standard Metanium MGL from Shimano. This is the only one we got in. They're still back ordered. Super crazy, but left hand XG model. So if you're flipping, pitching, throwing crankbaits, this is a very wide ranged reel where you can do a lot of different things with it. So whether you're throwing a spinner bait, chatter bait, you know, I believe it has a 70 size spool, if not 100. It holds a decent amount of line for as small as this reel profile is. And again, MGL3 spool, it's going to cast like a dream. I love the power knobs on this. I love the profile, nice small profile. Of course, uses a core solid body, just like the Bantam does, except it's much lighter. Has SVS Infinity inside here, and I love how they switched over to that core solid side plate where you just twist it. And then there's a little plastic gusset or gasket in here that holds it on nice and tight. But there you go. You can take it all apart just like that. And super neat. So we love that here. The Metanium MGL now in stock in that left-handed model. I know we're getting... I hate how we just get singles in. But big drop here. So this came out at the iCast, the Aldebaran BFS. This thing is super amazing at casting really light lures, you know, down to like 1/32 ounce, very effortlessly. Now, it's got a very short handle on it. It's got clicking drag. It's got nice feeling tension knob, very refined. It's got the FTB spool in here. Of course, all the cool technology, Silent Tune, X-Ship, all the cool Shimano technology. However, you've got this nice small spool in here. We have, I believe, most of the models in the BFS Aldebaran here, whether it's XG, HG, left hand, right hand. So make sure to go online, check that out. Definitely pick up a Dobbins rod, a 700, a 701, or a 691, and get it perfectly paired up with this guy here. So let's take a look inside the braking system here. Let's see, where is the little lever here? Pop that off. Let's see, I'm trying to twist it off. There it goes. So there we go. You've got your little braking system inside that Aldebaran there. And then, of course, the spool is what makes this reel really impressive. Extremely light spool. If you are looking to really break into the bait finesse game, you got to have a light spool or you're not going to be casting your lures very far. So that is the Aldebaran BFS. And on to our final reel, guys. I am extremely impressed with this one. Matty Wong uses a lot of these. This is the Metanium Shallow Edition reel. So this is the same MGL reel as the Metanium over here. However, this one has a shallower spool in it. Same core solid body. See if I can get it off here. Stupid thing's so hard to get off sometimes. But that's why I love it. You know, you're not dropping your side plate into the water or anything like that. Aesthetics are a little bit different as well in terms of paint. But there you go. That is the shallow spool from this reel. It is super, super light. So you can pack a lot of braid on here if you want to throw like 40, 50-pound braid for top water or just standard flipping. You can put on around 40, 50 yards at like 17 to 20. You can crank really, really well with this as well. If you're throwing like a DT6 or like a Z2 or like a Z1, something like that, this reel is going to get the job done. In close quarters combat, I highly recommend putting it on the correct rod as well. So make sure you're not overloading that rod or underloading that rod with this reel. So again, extremely light, extremely versatile, shallow edition. We've got 2 of these XG models in, and you can find them, of course, like protackle.com. But here's the big difference between the 2 reels. The MGL in this hand and the shallow edition in this hand. As you can see, this one's a little more battleship gray. This one's more reminiscent of the 2018 Bantam. And overall, super dope reels. I would say this one's actually like barely lighter just because of the spool, but built almost the exact same aesthetic wise. I really love the shallow edition. I love the MGL as well, but if I were to choose one, the way I like to fish, probably going with the shallow edition here. Anything that you missed out on, I'm trying to think. Geek Crack. We got the Elastomer Bellow Shads. We've got the Emo Kamushi Q Bombs. Sold out really, really fast. So again, follow the social media, Instagram and Facebook for all the cool updates on that. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to pick up some of these neat reels here from Shimano, as well as check out Seaguar and Owner products. I believe Haymakers, a couple of them are back in stock as well. So if you're into that, go check them out. LakeProTackle.com, guys. Again, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Comment down below if you fished during the eclipse and how it went for you. And we'll see you next time at Lake Pro Tackle. See you guys.